everyone, welcome to the RFS Advice podcast. Today I'm going to be speaking to Darko Zigic, Director of Wealth Services. We're going to be discussing the concept of holistic advice, and I'm going to ask him a few questions like, why is providing a holistic service so important and even beneficial? And why might this concept be important to the future of advice just in general? Okay, so my first question is, what does holistic advice mean to you, and how do you implement this in your office?
Okay, so holistic advice for me means that we're helping people with all aspects of their life. I guess to give you a bit of background about myself, I've worked in two of the major banks. In one of them, I was actually a financial planner looking after the retail branches, and at the other one, I was actually working as a commercial banker. I've also worked as a business development manager for a life insurance company. So with that background, I'm also able to assist clients not only looking at some financial planning aspects, so what is your investment strategy, what is your retirement plan, how do we build wealth, how do we pay off debt, but it's also understanding that what structures do you have in place, such as if you're a business owner, do you have a commercial loan, how is that being funded, what is the structure, is there a business guarantee? So understanding that holistic advice needs to look at all those different aspects and how does it assist person, not only from a personal point of view, but from a business point of view as well. How do we implement it from our office? Well, we look at a few different areas. Of course, meeting with our clients, I have the background to understand their financial position. And then as an example, if we need to talk about their estate planning, we can bring in a solicitor, or if we need banking structures to be reviewed, we can bring in bankers. But realistically, I'm here to make sure that my clients get the best advice in all aspects.
Okay, and my second question for you is, what do you believe are the benefits of holistic planning strategies?
I guess the benefits are being able to provide multiple service offerings and actually understanding a person's entire position. I guess for myself, I deal with a lot of business owners. Most business owners are time poor, so they want to make sure that when they deal with a person, they can understand not only their personal position, but also their business position. And it's really understanding that their business is there to generate wealth. So how can they transition that wealth from being in the business to their own personal needs?
So, question number 3 is, can you provide an example of a holistic advice success story?
I sure can. So it's quite interesting. A client of mine has built a business quite well. In the business, it's generating quite a good profit in that side. They actually have to expand their business. So what we spoke about is buying commercial property. So this was a goal of theirs, that they actually thought about expanding, actually utilising, I guess, what they're currently spending in rent to actually look at purchasing a property and using some of the business profits. So with them, I was able to assist them to look for commercial properties. We spoke about the key facts or key areas that they should look for in a commercial property. We also spoke about banking structure. What type of lending facility should we put in place? Are we using company profits, or are we using an equity release from their current property? In their situation, they've also got a small debt level. So in this case, we spoke about how can we actually look at different ways of paying off their debt quicker, but also how can we use the company profits to build their wealth. So we're looking at how do we generate their wealth going into another entity to allow them to start planning for a pre-retirement plan, or what we say is making it work optional. In their case as well, we also spoke about their estate planning. Coming from their estate planning, unfortunately, they didn't have a will or a power of attorney, so we spoke about different structures of wills, from a basic will to a testamentary trust. As they have young kids, they're actually more interested in a testamentary trust. So in this case, I was able to introduce them to a solicitor that was able to assist them with that area. We also reviewed their superannuation strategies to make sure that they will have sufficient funds for retirement, but we also wanted to make sure that we have a safety net in place, being their insurance planning. So this is a key area, because unfortunately they only had some default cover, and realistically looking at what they wanted to do, which was expand and grow their business, they'll be taking on more debt. So without factoring this in, they'll be left with a shortfall. So in this case, we were able to cover not only from a business point of view by making sure that business is expanding, generating wealth, but we also spoke about how do we help them financially to hit their pre-retirement plan, pay off their debts, make sure their kids and families protected as well.
Okay, and finally, my last question, why do you think holistic advice is so important to the industry?
So this is a good one. So I truly believe holistic advice is relevant in today's age. Looking at, I guess, our industry, we're moving towards a profession. Now, I guess I'm very fortunate. I've got to work for a few different companies that have given me a multitude of different skills compared to others. But with that, even others that don't have this background, understanding that they can actually use their skills to bring in the right people. As I mentioned, getting the right bankers to come through, but also understanding, do they have the right facilities in place? How is that going to affect them, not only personally, but from a business structure if things go wrong? We also want to make sure that holistic advice is relevant for our clients' needs. Unfortunately, with today's communication, most of our clients are time poor. So we want to make sure that we're being as efficient as we can. So by being there and actually assisting them and being able to assist them with multiple services and making sure that the clients know anything financially that they need, they come to us, we can actually then assist them throughout their whole life. What makes me proud of working in the IFA industry is that we can be unique, we can be able to custom our advice to make sure it hits our client's best interest. We've got the ability to make a difference in our client's life, and by being a part of the IFA industry, we can actually do that for our clients as well.